Hey there, YouTube. Corn Cob Piper coming at you. This is episode 7 of my Puffin Burley series, my own personal journey to try and become a Burley lover. It has been a while since I've done one of these. I plan on doing one every day, but as you saw from the quality of my last video, the camcorder that I used, wasn't holding a charge anymore, the battery. And that's what I use to record my YouTube videos. I don't use my phone because my phone is pretty old and crappy. It doesn't have a great camera and not a lot of storage either. So what I had done is I went on Amazon and I bought a cheap Chinese camcorder for like 70 bucks, and the quality was very poor and the audio was poor. So what I ended up doing is sending it back, and I ordered a new battery for my, what brand is this? I apologize, for my Panasonic. And it took a while to get in, so I should be, today is the 15th, I should be on episode 15. However, I am only on episode 7. So I have about 8 episodes to catch up. So you're going to start seeing these in pretty quick succession, maybe 2 or 3 a day till I get caught up. Now, in the absence of my battery, not having a battery or camera, I have been smoking these blends, so I am caught up in that aspect. I've smoked them all at least once from Cobb, some of them a couple times, and I'll just be smoking now from a briar to get through these 8, and hopefully we can get them through pretty quickly, like I said. So for Puffin Burley episode 7, we are going to be reviewing Cornell and Diehl's Epiphany. This is supposedly a match to R.J. Reynolds' Revelation, which is, from what I hear, the blend that Albert Einstein was his favorite when he came over here from Germany and started smoking American-style tobaccos. That is the one he gravitated to. And this is, it says it is a ribbon cut, and this is another of Bob Ranowski blends. He was probably Cornell and Diehl's most famous Burley blender. He passed away a few years ago. This was one of his. They say that this is a ribbon cut, but as you can see here, I would call this more of a coarse cut. And you do get some like bigger chunks in there of the Virginia, I guess. And obviously you can see the black hair, some Latakia in there. Now they say this is a Burley blend. They list Burley as the first ingredient on here. But I wouldn't necessarily call this per se a Burley blend. It's more of a hodgepodge. However, you can definitely taste the Burleys. So this is definitely going into my reviews of the Puffin Burley series. But this is a Burley, Latakia, Perique, and Virginia. The flavoring, the top note, the topping on this is fruit and citrus, and we'll get to that in a minute. Let's go ahead and light this up. Like I said, I have smoked this twice now from a Cobb. This will be the first time smoking from a briar, and I'm smoking for the first time my Morgan Bones Zulu Dog. I've gone ahead and treated this with the olive oil, and I've done the charring light already, so hopefully we can just light this up and good to go. For dryness level, this comes on the dry side. But it doesn't, I don't think it needs any added moisture to it. Well, and we forgot the pouch note. And let's do that. So, I get fig and raisin coming from the Burley. Very, very hard to pick up the Virginia. Definitely can smell a little bit of the smokiness from the Latakia. And there's a definite tartness also to the scent of this. Overall, very, very pleasant pouch note to this tobacco. Let's try lighting this up again. So the initial first quarter of the bowl, this tobacco is very, very vapor-esque. It reminds me a lot of actually Diehl Elizabethan. If you were to add just a touch of Latakia to it. Once you get past that first quarter of the bowl, the top note definitely goes away, and we'll get the top note that I taste in the first quarter of the bowl is grapefruit. So I get the tangy spiciness from the Perique, the Latakia is very, very much in the background, and I definitely pick up some definite sweetness from the Virginia. Now the Latakia is definitely a condiment in this blend. It is very, very much in the background from the first charring light all the way to the bottom of the bowl. You can always sense that it's there. But it is not one of the main players in the game to this. So after that first quarter, like I said, the topping, taste of the topping, the grapefruit goes away. And then this becomes more like a, let me find my tamper here, more like a Weber. So after that first quarter, the Burleys definitely come into play. You get that figginess and raisiness, a little bit of molasses. The Burley in this blend is not very, very nutty at all. So for those of you who like a very nutty tasting Burley, this blend's not going to be for you. You're not going to find that. It actually, once you get past that first quarter, reminds me a lot of St. Bruno Flake with a little Latakia in the background. That taste of the grapefruit goes away, but there's still that sourness. Every once in a while, you'll still pick up the spiciness from the Perique. Even past that first quarter will tickle your nose a little bit. And like I said, always a little hint of the smokiness from the Latakia in the background. The Virginia's, the sweetness diminishes quite a bit. After that second half of the bowl is gone, and then the Perique, the last quarter of the bowl just really hits you hard. You get that spice, you know, that spiciness, pepperiness will coat your whole mouth. You're definitely going to want to drink something when smoking this, especially once you get past that halfway point. But overall, this is a pretty decent blend. Like I said, I would not necessarily call this Burley tobacco, just because there's so much going on flavor-wise in this bowl. And it does change considerably. It's not consistent from the beginning to the end. It changes quite a bit. And that's one of the things that I look for in a quality tobacco is consistency. This one does not have it. It's an enjoyable smoke. Definitely good for the summer. I bought an ounce of it, and I'll definitely be finishing this ounce. but it will be something that I will revisit again in the future. I'm going to have to say no on this one. And for the 5-star rating on Cornell and Diehl Revelation, I'm going to give this one a 2.5 out of 5 stars. Had the flavor of this stayed more consistent, probably would have ended up in my rotation, but due to that simple fact, this one's just not going to go. But all in all, pretty decent smoke, and I'll probably put this away, maybe revisit it in 6 months to a year. See if this gets a little bit better, more consistent with age, and revisit it at that point. So thanks for watching YouTube episode 7 of Puffin Burley. Once again, Cornell and Diehl Epiphany, 2.5 out of 5 stars. And as always, YouTube, keep on piping.